Lane. I'm Larry Marble. It's time for a big old heaping helping of ag information. You're listening to our program courtesy of the good folks at D&D Farm and Ranch on I-10 in Seguin. That's ddtexasoutfitters.com. Neighbor, let's take a look at corn, beans, and wheat courtesy of John Tuggle, Tuggle & Company, Corpus, 361-852-5207. Corn futures were down a nickel as the trade readies itself for today's much-anticipated planted acreage report from the USDA. Soybeans closed up 15, KC wheat up a penny. The acreage report is historically a volatile report, but extremely difficult to outguess. The average trade estimate for corn is 89.8 million acres, only slightly higher than USDA's latest projection at 89.5. Aside from today's acreage report, this is one of the most volatile periods of corn futures given the potential for weather problems during pollination. Currently, there are no threatening forecasts for the Corn Belt for the next 1 to 2 weeks, which has allowed the corn market to be on the defenses as of late. That can change with the next forecast, as the next 2 weeks of weather and weather forecasts will be critical to corn price direction. South Texas milo harvest is gaining momentum as cash basis levels are firming with a lack of cash selling. Expect the Corpus Christi Public Elevator and ADM to be open for milo trucks straight through the weekend, currently open 8 to 6:45. In Houston, Andersons are currently open 7 to 5 and Cargill 7 to 3. Your commodities: July corn $7.70 1/4 up 10 3/4. July beans $16.74 1/4 up 10 1/2. July Kansas City hard red winter wheat $9.85 1/4 up 1 1/2. For help marketing your grains, 1-800-2-TUGGLE. I'm Larry Marble from down on the farm, and we're on the line with Brandon DeBose from DeBose Pipe, Panel, and Gate. This what year they start?
Man, they started in 1976. Grandfather started this business backyard in Lomita, Texas.
Brandon, describe your product line and services provided.
Yes, sir. We do entrances. We sell pipe. We sell livestock gates, pasture gates, heavy-duty corral gates. You know, any kind of gates you'd really need out there on your farm, your pasture, whatever it is.
The phrase that y'all use within the commercial is wholesale to the public.
We're under competitors' retail prices, and our panels are the first and only to ever have a lifetime warranty against any livestock. Our heavy-duty line, they're made out of a 2-inch Schedule 80 pipe frame and 1 5/8 14-gauge rails, and they're going to weigh around 150 pounds. We're very confident in the way they're built, the material they're built out of. We're very confident in our employees that put these things together. And man, there's nothing more frustrating than going buying a competitor's panel and setting up your pins and having a bull try to jump out of it and tear 3 or 4 panels, and there you are having to go buy 3 or 4 more. When ours, man, you bring that panel back, show us where they try to jump through to jump over, and if it's damaged by any livestock beyond use, let us know, man. We replace it, no questions asked.
Now, you offer financing too.
We go through a company called Sweet Pay Financing. It's been a very handy tool.
You're at the Lomita location. Give us your phone number for the Lomita location.
The Lomita location, we can be reached at area code 512-752-3200.
And the website,
www.dubospanels.com.
Neighbor, let's take a look at meat movement from yesterday. Let's begin with the national pork carcass cutout value for Wednesday afternoon. 309 stronger at 108.56. Estimated federal slaughter for hogs, 1.347 million head through Wednesday. As we look toward July, lean hogs, 109.40. Looks like it was down 52.5 cents. As we look toward reaction to the wholesale boxed price, weaker in the afternoon. Choice down 226 at 264.86. The select 250 lower at 241.80. USDA's federal slaughter 375,000 head for the week through Wednesday. Confirmed cash sales by the USDA 145 to 151 in Nebraska. That's steady to 3 higher. 137 to 138 in the South. Northern dress deals 230 to 238, hot and hanging on the rail. July live cattle 136.80 up 50. August feeders 170.72 down 110. Neighbor, there's your meat moves.
MG Building Materials, 5 retail locations all over South and Central Texas from the Hill Country to the Gulf Coast. Perfect if you're a contractor or a homeowner. The smallest home improvement job to the largest commercial project, MG's positioned to help everyone. MGBuildingMaterials.com. San Antonio, Corpus, Pleasanton, Kerrville, and Uvalde. Always on the web, MGBuildingMaterials.com. MG's 5 retail centers there to help you at MGBuildingMaterials.com.
We're on the line with Ken Jordan, Jordan Cattle Auction. We're going to have a sale in San Saba on Thursday. It's Wednesday night, probably 15 minutes to 7. What's it looking like, Ken?
You bet, Larry. We got right at 2,000 head on the yards already, kind of expecting that 2,300, 2,350, something like that. We got about 300 packer cows, 350 packer cows in the yard, about 400 kind of replacement cows that we'll be selling tomorrow, breds and some pairs, and then about, I think, 15 bulls, and the rest of them all good calves and yearlings. So we got a good run, a lot of wean cattle there going to be offered too, Larry. So expect that kind of 2,300 or so, give or take a little bit. we did get some showers down here. That kind of helped reduce some of our runs down a little bit, Larry. The grass has definitely turned a little green color. We're glad to see that. Just got to grow some now.
Good. Do you know of anything for Mason for this next Monday?
No, we won't have a sale for July
yeah.
the 4th. So, yeah, we'll be off for that sale, but we'll be back then again on next Thursday and everything following up. So we'll take the 4th off and then be back here next week here at Cincinnati.
Well, thanks for reminding me about it. I'd forgotten about it. Ken Jordan Cattle Auction, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
They give us a call, Larry. Go 325-372-5159. The sale tomorrow on the female side. We are starting 1 hour early at 10 o'clock, and they will be also live on the internet, Larry.
Thank you a bunch. Appreciate you.
You bet. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Maybe this portion of Down on the Farm is brought to you by PMI, the Robstown location, 361-767-7473, pipemovers.com, pipe, steel, and fencing, the Robstown location. We're on the line with Sean Geiswhite, Gillespie Livestock. Sean, how'd the cattle sale go in Fredericksburg?
Larry, we ended up with a little over 1,400, so we didn't quite make our mark there, but like we talked on the 1,500, but we got close. Cows and bulls were probably 4 to 5 lower. It seems like they're having to hold them for 3 or 4 or 5 days. Some of these cows might not leave till this week after the 4th, so that kind of put a little damper on it there. But I thought we got along still pretty good. Some of those better cows are in the 70s up to 80 cents on those higher yielders. Some of the better bulls bring up to $1.04, $1.03 or $1.04 on some of those better yielding bulls. The pair cows that we talked about, they kind of bring up to $16.75, which I thought was awful good. We got along good there. On the calf market, it was probably a tick higher on the better cattle. They sure sold awful good. We had some 600-pound steers or 640 bring up to $1.89, which I thought was awful good. Some of the plainer cattle, you didn't seem like they had quite as many friends. That kind of got a little rough on some of the plainer cattle, but the good cattle sold real well. I thought the market was sure, on heifers probably steady, on some of those bigger steers probably 2 to 4 higher.
Well, what do we think? What do we think for next week?
Well, we won't have any sales next week, Larry. We're off for the 4th, and we'll resume sales again the following week. So we will be closed on the 5th and the 6th, and I'm sure hoping after the 4th, normally we get a good run. We've seen some of our cattle already that come after the 4th, but sure think we'll get a good sheep and goat run and a good cattle run, and let's hope we get some rain between now and then.
Hope so, too. Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Sean Geiswhite.
You can reach us at 830-997-4393.
Thank you for the call. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
We're on the line from D&D with Wade Floyd. Wade, Purina's got some excellent fly control products, and one of them's a feed-through, isn't it?
Yes, sir. There is a loose mineral that we like to put out. It's going to be a 1275 mineral, and it does have that insect IGR in it.
All right, and y'all sell that in a 50-pound bag?
Yes, sir. We have it in a 50-pound bag, and then we also have it in a molasses tub that'll come in 225 pounds, also a 125-pound tub.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Wade, there at D&D in Seguin.
Yes, sir. They can stop by and see us, or they can just give me a shout at 830-379-7340.
We're on the line with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange Uvalde. Klein, let's go over sheep and goats. How did they sell?
Had a pretty good run. We had 1,050 head. Probably 10, 15 cents lighter this week overall. Seemed like kind of going with conditions again this week. The heavy lambs $1.70 to $2.10, and those light lambs $1.60 to $2.30. Fat ewes $90 to $1.20, and those thin pack ewes $40 to $80. Packer nannies yesterday $90 to $1.65, and those fat Spanish nannies $1 to $1.50. Stocker nannies $1.30 up to $2.10, and those good kind of cabritos yesterday were $2.20 up to about $3.05, and those lightweights were $2 to $2.80. The billies yesterday $1.60 to $2.30. So overall, got along pretty good this week.
How are we going to get along cattle-wise Thursday?
Got about 200 standing here tonight. We got a couple more deals coming in the morning. Should have around that 500 head range. Probably have about 120 or 30 cows here. Got a few guys bringing some cows in just out of feed. So got a few younger cows we'll palpate in the morning, but looking for a pretty steady market again tomorrow.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Klein Spear.
Call us at the office, 830-278-5621, or my cell phone, 830-591-3241.
We appreciate you. Have a good sale. We'll talk with you after.
Thank you, Larry.
Neighbor, this portion of Down on the Farm brought to you by PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. PMI, pipe, steel, and fencing. Pipe, valves, or fittings, plates, sheet, channel, beam, culverts, purlins, fencing, and supplies. They now stock new pipe and casings. Find them again. PMI Kerrville, 103 Lafayette, 830-367-7473. We're on the line with Jim Wheeler from Atascosa Livestock down Pleasanton Way. Jim, how'd everything go at the exchange this week?
Calf market was pretty good. They did take $8 off from Packers last week, but you really couldn't tell it the way they were buying them. I ended up with 612 head, 206 for steers, 156 heifers, 198 cows, and 34 bulls. Steer side 2 to 3 weights, $1.50 to $1.85. Heifers were $1.30 to $1.65. 3 to 4 weight steers $1.60 to $2. Heifers were $1.40 to $1.65. 4 to 5 weight steers $1.55 to $1.90. Heifers were $1.30 to $1.63. 5 to 6 weight steers $1.35 to $1.70. Heifers were $1.20 to $1.55. 6 7 weight steers $1.20 to $1.56. Heifers were $1.10 to $1.40. 6 7 weight steers. Hang on, you're gonna have to do me a little glitch there.
Go ahead, just start where you need to start.
7 to 8 weight steers $1.15 to $1.41. Heifers were $1 to $1.20. 8 to 9 weight steers $1 to $1.27, and the heifers were $80 to $1.05.
You said they took money off the cows, but they sold well?
Yes, sir. Had $1.64 yesterday. Best packer cow brought $93. Best bull brought $1.09. Sold bred cows anywhere from $300 to $11.50, and we had a few pairs. They brought from $310 to $1,100.
Now, we will not sell next week?
No, sir. We will be closed on the 5th.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you, Jim Wheeler.
Reach us at 830-569-2516.
Hope you catch a rain before I talk to you next time.
I hope so, too. Thank you.
You bet.
Have a happy 4th.
I'm on the line with George Wackel from Wholesale Steel San Antonio. Now, George, the company is family-owned and operated. How does that influence the customer's buying experience when they walk in the door?
When you come in the door, you get welcomed by the people in the front office, and we have the guy outside that when you come in, and you get treated like family, not like just some random person trying to buy something. You get treated like your family. You get welcomed when you walk in the door.
George, talk to us about the lifetime warranty on your livestock panels.
The lifetime warranty on the panels is just exactly what it says. You buy the panel. If your bull or calf or something can break them panels, you bring them back, and we exchange them. No questions asked. We know what our panels look like, and we know our stock.
You advertise yourself as wholesale to the public. How would that benefit the client?
Wholesale to the public means you get the same cost of the panels that give to everybody else. Markup of the third middleman. We make the panels, we sell them directly to you. We do have vendors, but they get the same price as you.
George, we've talked about the 150-pound weight of the panels. That's important, correct?
Oh, yeah, you're working in the pasture. If you got some rough stock in there, the weight of them panels will help keep them down and keep them in place. You get some that are trying to push you out of the way. You got something there between you that's strong enough and durable enough to keep them where they need to be.
George Wackel, give us your address and telephone number.
It is 18840 State Highway 16 in South San Antonio near Somerset. 210-624-2000.
We're on the line with Kelly Thigpen, Pearsall Livestock. Kelly, how did the sale turn out this week?
I thought we had a good sale, Larry. Ended up with 722 head. Looked like the market was good all the way across the board. The Packer cow and bull market there was pretty well same as it was last week, just fully steady there. I guess 90 cents on the best cow today. Best bull up there, $1.06 or $1.07, I guess. So, a lot of those big heavy cows and bulls, $1 now, a lot of dollars still. Did have quite a few stock cows on hand. Had some good Brangus cows there today from $1,250 to $1,400 on those cows. Shorter bred, Kevin. Right after the first of the year. And then didn't have very many pairs today. Not much on the pair selection, but those bred cows were nice and thought they sold well. And then on the calf and yearling side of things, just a lot of activity on those on all classes. Of course, had a lot of light calves, as has been the trend, as dry as it is. But the market's great. There's just a lot of activity on those cattle. And, I think these guys realize if they're going to have cattle this fall, they better get them right now, because as dry as it's been, we've sure been getting rid of a lot of them, and they're just not going to be many this fall. So anyway, got along good, had a good market. We will not be having a sale next week on July 6th. Our next sale will be on July 13th. We'll get cranked back up.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
You bet. Call us there at the office, 830-334-3653. My mobile number is 334-1047. The website's PearsallLivestock.com.
MG Building Materials reminds you to start your next project today with an MG personal credit card. No interest if paid in full within 6 months. Apply for your card at any MG Building Materials store. Get all the information at mgbuildingmaterials.com. Remember, those stores are San Antonio, Corpus Christi, Kerrville, Pleasanton, and Uvalde. Call that Uvalde store at 2301 East Main Street at 830-278-4439.
We're on the line with Chris Carter from Karnes County Livestock down Kennedy Way. Chris, we always begin by thanking the folks that do business with us.
You got it, Larry. We do want to thank all of you for your consignments. Last week, we saw our largest run of the year with the sale of 1,085 head of cattle, and the market remains steady. Just want to let everybody know we will be having a sale next week on July 7th.
Walk the pins with us.
Number 1 steers, 2 to 3 weight, 153 to 197. 3 and 4 is 156 to 191. 4 and 5 weights, 154 to 185. 5 and 6 is 150 to 171. 6 and 7 is 145 to 166. And the 7 and 8 weights, 133 to 145. On the heifers, 2 to 3 weight, 140 to 196. 3 and 4 is 148 to 191. 4 and 5 weights, 143 to 171. 5 and 6 is 141 to 157. 6 and 7 is 131 to 154. And the 7 and 8 weights, 121 to 150. We had 11 Packer bulls last week. High yielding was $1 up to $1.06. Medium 87 to 95. We had 219 Packer cows. High yielding was 87 up to 94. Medium 71 to 77. And the low end 40 to 45. We did not have a test on breds. We had 3 pair, and they brought from 1,050 up to 1,160.
How's the sales shaping up for this week?
Well, at the present time, we've got 400 head checked in and looking for about 5 1/4, maybe 550 come sale time. We did get a little shower here at the barn. We got 7 tenths, but I've heard of up to about 3.5 inches in the surrounding area. In our count today, we've got 73 packers, 8 to be palpated, 16 pair, and the rest are yearlings.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Again, we will be having a sale next week on the 7th. If you have any questions, please call Wed and Rouse at 361-542-0810 or myself at 210-286-5345.
Thank you so much. We'll talk with you after the sale.
Yes, sir.
Neighbor, let's take a look at the grains. Milo to Corpus, $11.85. Yellow corn to Corpus, $6.94. Wheat to Corpus, $10.95 1/4. Beans to Houston, $14.63 1/4. Texas cotton, 792 bales at $107.73. That's it for Down on the Farm. Thank you, neighbor.